Hello friends, welcome to Venus Competitive Mastery Kodamangalam. Today we are going to deal with a new topic, that is Night of the Scorpion. It is a poem by Nazim Ezekiel. Okay, let's start the class. We know that this poem, Night of the Scorpion by Nazim Ezekiel, is about an incident that the poet has not forgotten in his life. First of all, we discuss about the poet. Nazim Ezekiel was born in Bombay in 1924 as a part of Bombay's Jewish community. It is a period of freedom struggle. Nazim Ezekiel attended Wilson College in Mumbai and received BA in literature. After graduating, he taught English literature and continued his study at Birkbeck College, London, where he studied philosophy. Most important point is that he was published his first collection of poetry in 1952, The Bard Day. 1952, The Bard Day. Bard Day was his first collection of poetry, which appeared in 1952. Another important book, The Dead Man, published in the year 1960. Another book, The Dead Man, was published in the year 1960. Next important point. His career also included working in the publication industry as a critic at the Names of India and editor of Poetry India. He was a critic at the Names of India and editor of Poetry India. He also held a number of professorial position at the University of Leeds and the University of Pondicherry. He could receive Padma Shri Award by President of India in 1988. It is important. He could receive Padma Shri Award by the President of India in the year 1988. He got Padma Shri Award. He died in January 2004 at 79 years old. That's all about the poet. Then we move to the next subheading, that is about the poem. Here, The Night of the Scorpion is the poem. Night of the Scorpion is an 8-stanza poem. Each stanza of which contains between 3 and 18 lines. Night of the Scorpion is a 8-stanza poem. Each stanza which contains between 3 and 18 lines. This is one of Ezekiel's first poems. It was first anthologized in Collected Poems 1952 to 1988. This is one of Ezekiel's first poems. It was first anthologized in Collected Poems. The poem Night of the Scorpion is a free verse poem. Night of the Scorpion is a free verse poem, meaning it does not contain a rhyme scheme. This choice adds to the seriousness of the poem's subject matter and deadly nature of the story Nazim Ezekiel tells. That means The Night of the Scorpion is a free verse poem with 8 stanzas and total number of lines is 47. We know that. There is no set rhyme scheme and the matter is mixed, which reflect the unusual subject matter and unfamiliar nature of the incident. I think it's clear for you. This poem is about an incident, and this is a narrative poem which follows the story of an anonymous mother and her unfortunate encounter with a scorpion, driven indoors by the relentless hours of rain. So there is a dynamic setup, human interaction with the wild side of nature. Okay, now let's have the line by line explanation of the poem Night of the Scorpion by Nazim Ezekiel. Stanza 1. I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. 10 hours of steady rain have driven him a crown beneath a sack of rice. In the first stanza, poet says that he remembers well that night when her when his mother was stung by a scorpion. The point is of the view that the heavy rain which lasts for 10 hours made the scorpion crawled beneath a sack of rice. Here, the last phrase shows the poet's sympathy towards the scorpion. In other words, the poet remembers that dark night when his mother was stung by a scorpion. It was raining heavily. A scorpion had taken shelter under the sack of rice. When the poet's mother went to get rice from the granary, the scorpion bit her and disappeared in the rain. That's all. And the last phrase shows the poet's sympathy towards the scorpion. Then we move to the next stanza. Parting with his poison flash of diabolic tail in the dark room, he risked the rain again. In the second stanza, poet says that after biting his mother with its diabolic tail, the scorpion went back to the rain outside again. Went back to rain outside again. The poet here shows the sympathy as well as the anger towards the scorpion. He is angry when he talks about its biting and sympathetic when he talks about it is going to rain again. In other words, when the poet's mother went to get a rice from the granary, the scorpion bit her and disappeared it in the rain. The poet here shows sympathy as well as the anger towards the scorpion because he is angry when he talks about its biting and sympathetic when he talks about it's going to rain again. That's all. Third stanza. The peasants came like a swarm of flies. Came like a swarm of flies. Here we have a simile. And buzzed the name of God 100 times to paralyze the evil one. That means, hearing about the incident, the villagers rushed to the poet's home. However, he is not happy with them and calls them swarm of flies who buzz the name of God 100 times to paralyze the evil one. Here the evil one is the scorpion. Fourth stanza. With the candles and with lanterns throwing giant scorpion shadows, the mud-baked walls, they searched for him. He was not found. They clicked their tongues with every moment that the scorpion made his poison moved in mother's blood, they said. The neighboring peasants came in a large number with the candles and lanterns. They chanted the name of God to paralyze the evil one, that is the scorpion. They wanted to stop the scorpion from moving and they searched for the scorpion and it was not found there. They clicked their tongues with every moment that the scorpion made his poison moved in mother's blood, they said. That means they believed that the effect of the poison would increase with the movement of the scorpion. They want to kill it, but it wasn't found anywhere. That's all. In other words, the poet then explained how the villagers searched for the scorpion. According to him, villagers began searching for the scorpion and the shadows themselves seemed to be like a giant scorpion on the mud-baked walls. The villagers begin searching for the scorpion because they believe that poison spread across the body with the movement of the scorpion. It's a blind belief. Poison spread across the body with the movement of the scorpion. So, if the latter is stopped and paralyzed, the poison effect can also be controlled. That means they believe that the effect of the scorpion would increase with the movement of the scorpion. They want to kill it, but it wasn't found anywhere in the house. That's all about fourth stanza. Then we move to next stanza, stanza number 5, fifth stanza. The fifth stanza. May he sit still, they said. May the sins of your previous birth be burned away tonight, they said. May your suffering decrease the misfortunes of your next birth, they said. May the sum of all evil balanced in this unreal world. Here, the poet explains the superstitious beliefs of Indian people, Indian common public. Having failed in finding the scorpion, the farmers or the peasants begin giving their own interpretation to the biting of the scorpion. Some of them said that his mother's sins, which she committed in his previous birth, as believed in Hinduism, have been forgiven. The poet's mother was in great pain. The people prayed at all the sins of his mother previous birth be burned. They believed that the superstitious people believed that the world to be unreal and wanted pain to be absolve all her sins and decreases the sufferings of the next birth also. More and more people walked in. The poet's mother continued to suffer and was in great pain. In short, they searched the scorpion everywhere, but it wasn't found anywhere in the house. Having failed in finding the scorpion, they began giving their own interpretation to the biting of the scorpion. Some of them said that his mother's sins, that means poet's mother's sins, which she committed in her previous birth, have been forgiven. Sixth stanza. Against the Son of God, become diminished by your pain, may the poison purify your flesh. Here we can see the others, some other people assumed that she is going to die and said that the pain that she is suffering from will decrease the troubles in her next birth. Some others put forward that her good deeds will be balanced against her bad deeds because of the bite of the scorpion. These are the superstitious beliefs. Some people assumed that she is going to die and said that the pain that she is suffering from will decrease the troubles in her next birth. Some others put forward that her good deeds will be balanced against her bad deeds because of the bite of the scorpion. Some others said that the poison will purify and refresh her flesh of desire and her spirit of ambition. All of them seems to be in peace because of their thoughts. Some others said that the poison will purify her flesh of desire and her spirit of ambition. All of them and all of the people seem to be in peace because of their thoughts. That's all about sixth stanza. Then we move to seventh one. Of desire and your spirit of ambition, they said that they sat around on the floor with my mother in the center. The piece of understanding on each face, more candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insect, and more endless rain. Mother twisted through and through, groaning on a mat. My father, skeptic and rationalist, trying every curse and blessing, powder, mixture, herb, and hybrid. He even poured a little paraffin upon the bitten toy and put a match to it. I watched the flame of feeding on my mother. I watched the holy man perform his rites. To this tame the poison with an incantation. After 20 hours, it lost its sting. We know that poet's mother was in a great pain. The people around her prayed that the old sins of her previous birth be burned, and they believed that the world to be unreal and wanted pain to absolve all her sins and decreases the sufferings of the next birth also. More and more people walked in, and the poet's mother continued to suffer and was in a great pain. Here we can see that more candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insect, and the endless rain. My mother twisted through and through, groaning on a march. More and more people came with candle and lanterns. His mother is, however, crying and rolling on the mat with a severe pain. But nobody cares for her except for his father, who is a skeptic person. He was a skeptic person and a rationalist. He leaves no stone unturned to cure her. And the poet's father uses powder, mixture, herb and hybrid to help her to recover from the pain bitten by the scorpion. He even poured a little paraffin upon the bitten toy and then fires it up. The poet watches the flame of the fire burning on the skin of his mother. And the poet also watches the holy man performing his rites to tame the poison with an incantation. Here, the phrase again refers to superstitious people of his village who believe in irrational measures to cure a person. His mother ultimately recovers from the poison after 24 hours. In other words, after 24 hours, the sting was lost, the poison became powerless, and the mother recovered. That's all about 7th stanza. Then we move to next one. 8th stanza. My mother only said, "Thank God the scorpion picked on me and spared my children." The last line is quite emotional and heart-touching. It reflects the motherhood of a lady. The poet says that after recovering from the poison, his mother's words were, "Thank God the scorpion picked me and spared my children." Here we can see the motherhood of a lady. The poet says that after recovering from the pain, poet's mother's words were, "Thank God the scorpion picked me and spared my children." Even in such condition, his mother remains more concerned about the safety and health of her children. In other words, after 24 hours, the sting was lost, the poison became powerless, and his mother recovered. She forgot all her sufferings and her pain. She thanked God and was grateful that the scorpion had spared her children. Okay, that's all about 8th stanza. Let's sum up the class. The poem Night of the Scorpion by Nazim Ezekiel is about an incident that the poet has not forgotten in his life. It was a night when the scorpion bit his mother, and all the superstitious villagers did irrational things rather than helping his mother. The poem exposes a superstition that dominated in the minds of Indian public and also motherhood of a lady who just only for her children even in the worst condition. And the poem has no rhyme scheme. It has 8 stanzas with a different number of lines in each. Before concluding the class, we have some literary devices in this poem, Night of the Scorpion. Literary devices: alliteration, stung by a scorpion, parting with his poison, diabolic tale in the dark, risked the rain, poison purified, through and through, poured a little paraffin, flame feeding. What is alliteration? Alliteration means the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. That's here we have some antonyms in the poem. Previous, next, evil, good, skeptic, rationalist, curse, blessing. These are the antonyms which existed in the poem Knight of the Scorpion. Next one is assonance. Candle, lantern, bust, 100, mother's blood, etc. are the assonance. And that assonance is the resemblance of sound between syllables of nearby words, arising particularly from the rhyming of two or more stressed vowel or but not consonants, but also from the use of identical consonants with the different vowels. That's all. Then we can see a metaphor. Scorpion is the evil one. Here the poet compares the scorpion to evil one. Not compared, applied to scorpion. That means the metaphor, it's a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or an action to which it is not literally applicable. Here we have a metaphor, that is scorpion is the evil one. Then and the figure of speech is simile, like swarms of flies, like swarms of flies. Here the poet compares the villages like swarms of flies. That's all about Knight of the Scorpion by Nazim Ezekiel. So study it thoroughly. Good luck.